We've reviewed 122 loan files this year that didn't close. I want to talk to you about why, because the patterns in that data are something every real estate investor needs to hear. Hey everyone, Steve Waller with Jet Lending. Today I'm pulling back the curtain on our year-to-date deal activity, specifically the deals that didn't make it across the finish line and why. This isn't about calling anyone out. This is about helping you understand actually what's happening in the market so you can put yourself in the best position to close your next deal. Let's get it done. So far this year, we've tracked 122 loan files on our core pipeline that closed out, meaning they didn't fund. Here's the breakdown. Number one, client lost the deal, 27 files. That's 22% of everything that didn't close. The investor found the deal, came to us, we worked it up, and then they lost the property to another buyer. Sometimes it's price, sometimes it's speed, but 27 times this year, a deal died because someone else moved faster. Number two, client went unresponsive, 18 files. I'll be honest with you, this one is always a little frustrating. We have a deal, we're already ready to work, and somehow in the process, the borrower goes dark. Life happens, I get it, but 18 times this year, a file stalled and eventually closed because we didn't reach the borrower to move it forward. Number three, too much out of pocket, 17 files. This is a big one. The deal was real, the borrower was real, but when they saw what they needed to bring to the closing, the down payment, closing costs, required reserves, it was more than they had available. This is one of the most common ways deals die, and honestly, it's one of the most preventable. Number four, client did not qualify, 16 files. Credit score, experience, entity structure, and something in the borrower profile didn't meet the guidelines. And look, guidelines exist for a reason, but this is also a reason why it's worth talking to a lender early before you have a deal under contract so that you know where you stand. Number five, property did not qualify, 15 files. The borrower was fine, the property had issues, could be condition, could be property type, could be location, could be the ARV didn't support the loan. 15 times this year, the asset itself was the problem. 14 files, this is a catch-all, title issues, seller side problems, market changes, deals that just fell apart for a combination of real reasons that didn't fit neatly into one box. Number seven, disagree on value. The borrower and Jet Lending couldn't get aligned on the ARV. The borrower believed that their number, we believed ours, and we couldn't bridge the gap. This is an important one I want to come back to. Points and rates are too high, 4 files. The borrower felt our pricing was too expensive and went somewhere else. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So what does all of this tell us? First, speed matters more than ever. 27 deals lost to another buyer. That's the single biggest category if you're not moving forward quickly from deal identification to financing. Someone else is. The investor winning in this market are the ones who have lending relationships in place before they need them, not after. Second, know your numbers before you fall in love with a deal. Too much out of pocket killed 17 files this year. I talk to investors all the time who find a property, run the math on the acquisition, and completely forget to account for closing costs, required reserves, and the cash they'll need to carry the project. Call your lender first. Know what cash you need, then go find the deal. ARV is not negotiable. 13 files this year fell apart because the borrower and our underwriting team couldn't agree on value. I understand it's hard to walk away from a deal you believe in, but a loan structured with an inflated ARV isn't doing you any favors. If the property doesn't appraise, the deal doesn't close, and you've wasted time and money. Trust the comps. Trust the process. Get pre-qualified before you're in the contract. 16 files died because the borrower didn't qualify. That's 16 people who had a deal under contract were racing towards a closing date and then found out they had a credit issue, a structural problem that killed the deal. A 15-minute conversation with a lender before you start making offers saves you from the situation entirely. The takeaway, here's the bottom line. Out of 122 files that didn't close this year, the vast majority came down to a very few fixable things. Not enough cash, not enough preparation, and not enough alignment on value. The market is active. Deals are getting done. But the investors who are winning are the ones who are prepared, move fast, and work with lenders they trust. If you're looking for a next deal and want to understand what you can actually borrow, what you need in reserves, and how to underwrite value, let's talk before you're under contract. That conversation is free, and it could save you a lot of headaches. I'm Steve Waller with Jet Lending, and we'll see